Hello to all my dear class 10 students. Welcome on your platform Deeksha Vedantu, exclusively made for class 10th, and here everything is taught in English. So today we are going to deal the chapter that is Globalization and the Indian economy. So my dear student, this is basically the last chapter of your economics books. And it was in high demand, as I was seeing that you guys are regularly commenting on the channel that ma'am, we want a video series or video particularly on the chapter Globalization in the Indian economy. I can understand because some of the syllabus has been cut. You might be anxious that what to study and what not to study. So don't worry, because this video is a package for all of your anxiety and all of your worries. My dear students, see, during the time it was COVID, some of the syllabus was deducted, okay, and this chapter is one of them. Have a look that from economics you will be having first chapter is development, the second one is sectors of the Indian economy, and third one that is money and credit. So these chapters are coming full chapters for your exam. But the fourth chapter, that is Globalization and the Indian economy, it is clearly mentioned over here that it will be evaluated in your board examination. Okay, so don't think that this is not going to come in your examination, because when I was seeing the previous year paper, I have seen that there were 2 markers, okay, and multiple times 1 marker is asked from this chapter. Even once there was a 3 marker and 5 marker too, which clearly indicates that this chapter has its importance for our exam. Okay, but now what is going to come from the chapter, ma'am? Do we need to read the whole chapter? No, we don't need to read the whole chapter, because they have given us that 2 subtopics are going to come from this chapter. One is what is globalization, and the other one is factors that have enabled globalization. But what happens now if we directly move to this topic? We forget what is the timeline, and we don't understand the background of the chapter. By this video, first we will understand the background and then directly move to the topics that are going to come in your exam. Hope this is clear to each and every student out here. Okay, to get the PDF of this chapter, you just need to do one thing: hit the link given in the description and join this WhatsApp channel, because we are going live every week. Okay, and then there we are discussing about the most important questions and expected questions too. So you can join this WhatsApp channel and get this lecture PDF coming to the chapter and the topic. See, the chapter starts making us understand that right now we are in a situation that we get everything possible. Sorry. For example, a bag that is not produced by an Indian manufacturer, but we get it in India, right? There are certain products that are Indian in nature, but they are being sold in other countries. Okay, get my point? So what is globalization here? The globalization word itself makes us understand that it is the connection between the global world, okay, and that global world consists of different countries. So when these countries are interconnected with each other in terms of exchange of something, that is known as what? Globalization. When we see in our surrounding, we will see that there is a product of American company, there is a car that doesn't belongs to India, right? Since what we can say is, since some time back, we can only see Alto on the roads of India. But now we have varieties of car on the roads of India, and that is only possible because of globalization, right? What happened? The Indian government particularly was so feared after the partition of India, because we have been under the clutches of British government for more than 200 years, right? And we have understood that we need to restrict our economy, because what was the target of British government? Just to take money from India, okay? It was drain of wealth. We know all of these things. So when we got partition, when we got independent, the first thing our leaders decided was to restrict the Indian economy. The restriction doesn't mean that there was no exchange, totally no exchange of goods and services, but a limited exchange of goods and services happened. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. But after the time when we seen that this has been a challenge to Indian economy, because what has happened now, the producers in India, right, they were also producing in ample quantity, but they were not having the market to sell it. Initially, point my words here, initially this decision was taken so that the Indian producers would not be affected by the international market or international producers, to safeguard them, because that was the situation, to uplift the producers of India. But now, after 50 years, they have gained that momentum. Got my point here? Now what happened? I just want to connect you with the situation that happened in 1991. Pay attention, 1991. What happened in 1991? We didn't even have money, okay, to buy fuel for more than 1 week, and that situation in India was very critical. So World Bank, IMF has just suggested us that what you need to do is to bring change in your Indian economy. Okay, to bring what? Change in your Indian economy, and that change was the introduction of LPG reforms. Now what is LPG? Here L stands for liberalization. Okay, it stands for liberalization. Liberalization means freedom of market. Got it? And then P is for privatization, that everything should not be controlled by the government, rather the private stake should take their hold. Okay, and the third one, that is globalization, which is all about the chapter we are going to study today. Is it clear now what I was talking? Okay, like we can see that it's very famous in India. During Diwalis we usually talk about that we should boycott the Chinese products. Do you hear that? But what happened now, when we go and buy the Chinese products, they are quite cheap than the products of the other countries or Indian producers. So we choose to buy what? Chinese products. So this is what I want to make you understand, that globalization has enabled the movement of goods, services and even the people from one place to another. Hope this is clear to everyone. Coming back to the point, that is what is globalization. Okay, now you might be thinking, ma'am, yes, we only need to study what is going to come in our exam. So this is what you are getting in the exam. What is globalization? So according to what we have understood up till now, it is the process of rapid integration and interconnection between the country. Do you know that this is one marker which was asked in one exam, that which process, okay, which process leads to rapid integration and interconnection between the countries? Comment down what will be the answer. Definitely it will be what? Globalization. Okay, get the definition, mug up it right now, because this is very, very important. Not only okay, not only this, rather than that, beside the movement of goods capital, we know that how it will be integrating with the other countries, with the movement of goods, with the movement of capital and with the movement of investment. But not only this, there is one more way. Okay, there is one more way by which countries can be connected, and that is the movement of the people. Now how people are moving? There are many Indians who have moved to different countries for the work. People working in Europe, America, Australia. What is this? This is because of globalization, because people from India going to other countries, working there, earning the income, getting their livelihood. What is that? That is exchange of money, capital, investment and people also. Did you get my point? Give me a thumbs up if everything is clear up till now. So because we want to proceed further with the next important topic that is given according to CBSE, that is factors that have enabled globalization. Right? We can see that till 1991 we had not taken the step to globalize the world. So something may have restricted us, okay, or we were not wishing to do so. Yeah, we were not wishing to do so, but many factors made it easy, that globalization. What are that factors? Okay, the factors, the important factor is technology. You can see that this question have 3 points and come for a 3 marker. So how technology has enabled? There are certain technology due to which the movement of what? Goods, capital, investment and people have been facilitated. And what are they? The first one is transportation technology. See here, my students, transportation technology. Now you can see that not only roadways, not only waterways, but airways has also played a major role in it, right? Like if we want to transport gas, now we need to build a gas pipeline for such a long way. So how it is possible? Because this transport technology has been evolved. This has made faster delivery of goods across long distance, and this is only possible because lower rates were also produced with this technology. The first one is transportation technology. The next is information and communication technology. We can see the use of telecommunication, computers and internet, and we know how it facilitated the world with the exchange. Telecommunication facilities like telegraph, telephone, phones particularly can also be possible, can only be possible with this third type of technology, that is communication satellite facility. So now we know that the Google Maps we are using, right, which basically help us to move from one place to another, is only possible because of this communication satellite, right? The phone, the video calls we are doing between the people who are living so long distance from us is only possible because of this satellite facility. You can track a passenger who is moving in airplane, right? And all these are possible because of this satellite facility. Whenever you book a parcel, right, you are tracking it. How it is possible? All because of these technologies, and these are the factors that have enabled globalization. I hope you understood it. Make a 3 marker right now. Take your copy, write all these 3 points, learn it so that you should not lose any mark in your final examination. Okay, Internet has also allowed electronic mails and voicemail, which was not possible before the introduction of internet. So this has really, what we can say, changed the society totally. Okay, so we have covered the 2 topics that are going to come in your examination. The first one is what is globalization, and the other one is factors that enabled globalization. But you know that your SST teacher will definitely bring something more important to you. So just after this topic, factors, right, one more topic is linked to it, right? Sometimes we don't miss that topic, but questions have also been asked from this topic, so do not forget it. Okay, this is about liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment. Now what it is? Pay attention. By 1991 reforms, we have seen 3 words, L, P and G. And L stands for liberalization. As you guys have studied in history that the liberalization word itself means freedom. And here in economics we are talking about freedom of what? We are talking about freedom of goods and services, my dear students. Now pay attention. We can see that there is a company which is referred as MNC. Okay, what is MNC? It is known as multinational company. Okay, it is multinational company. So by the word multinational, does it mean that it is owned by many countries? Not at all. Right, pay attention. There is a company that is American, owned by an American person, but now he got to know from somewhere that China has a cheap manufacturing unit, then America. So what he will do, he will build a manufacturing unit for that product in China. Then he got to know that Indian people are good in English. They know, like in China, do we expect people to speak English? No, they speak Chinese. So they got to know that in India people speak English very nicely. So they thought that, okay, for telecommunication we can do one thing, we can build a office in India, so that for promotional purposes, for customer care services, etc., we can set up our office at India. right? Then they thought that Europe is particularly a very good continent for the distribution of the product because it is surrounded by ocean, Atlantic Ocean, right? So the delivery and everything will be quite easy. So did you understand that an American owner, manufacturing unit in China, customer care services in India, and distribution from Europe, and this is what makes the company multinational, which is referred as MNC. Now what I want to make you understand from this is, because of MNCs and because of distribution of product within the countries, it lead to foreign trade. It lead to what? Foreign trade. And foreign trade also leads to foreign investment. Like if a customer care service is established by an American country in India, what they are doing? They are investing in India. That means foreign investment. Got my point or not? Give me a thumbs up. So now this is the process. But what happens in this process? Sometimes we get a competitor that affect the Indian producer, like Chinese toy, the example of Chinese toys, right? Chinese products have taken place in India such that the producers are affected so much. Indian producers are affected so much. So do we have a solution to this problem? Yes, we have it. If we want to do it, that is trade barrier. Now what is trade barrier? Whenever a product is moving from country A to country B, meanwhile they have to pay the taxes, okay, custom duties and many more. So they have to pay the taxes. What if we increase this taxes? The Chinese product will definitely become what? Definitely charge more than what it is charging now. It will become expensive. Getting my point? So this is referred as trade barrier. Barrier to the trade. How? By importing taxes on the product. Get my point? And this is how we will study about liberalization. What is liberalization? Removing such barriers or restrictions set up by the government is known as liberalization. Till 1991, Indian economy was not at all liberalized. We have provided certain government sanctions on the exchange of goods and products. But after 1991, all these government sanctions were lifted up. Got my point? And this is what is known as liberalization, the last topic from the chapter, because sometimes the question comes. Do not forget that the Indian economy is affected by the reforms of 1991, which included liberalization, that is freedom of market, or the more correct definition will be removing what? Trade barriers. Removing trade barriers. If we talk about privatization, basically it facilitates the involvement of private companies. It facilitates the involvement of private companies. And if we talk about globalization, you studied the definition at the starting of the lecture, that is rapid integration and interconnection among the countries is known as what? Globalization. Great. And here we have completed one chapter. To make you understand how the question comes from this chapter, here is a 1 marker question. Tax on import is an example of. Give the answer in the comment section. Do not forget it. A. Option A is quotas. Option B, it's trade barrier. Option C, investment. Or option D, disinvestment. I want your answer in the comment section, okay? And let us move to the 3 marker question. The question is, rapid improvement in the technology has stimulated the globalization process. Justify this with the help of example. Here is the answer to the question, which I have framed in 3 points, okay? So you can also take the help of this question, and do not forget to practice more questions from this chapter, because this is a small chapter that will give you big marks. Clear to everyone? So, hope you understood whatever is going to come in your exam. Let us end the session. If not, subscribe the channel. Just do one thing. Go to Deeksha Vedantu class 10. Subscribe the channel right now, because my dear students, we are going live. We are bringing 2, 3, 4, 5 marker series on our channel. So do not miss it, because this is worthy for your examination. Thank you for being the part of Deeksha Vedantu.